Yo, I gotta call Cap on this guy. I'm calling Cap on Fat Joe's man, Pistol Pete. I'm also calling him out for being a racist too.
I've been in 2 riots. I was in Southport riot. I've been in Kasaki riot. I closed Kasaki down.
What does that mean?
Meaning that I shut the jail down. It was a riot where it was a riot that it's funny because it's to this day a lot of brothers look at me and they be like, but it's true. Like, in jail you can have. I'm raised with a bunch of brothers, a bunch of black brothers, right? I have Spanish friends, but I'm around black people mostly all the time.
Okay.
So, and
that's how Boy George was.
Yeah. So and the only Spanish guys that I'm around with is TS guys.
Yeah, right.
I swear, because everybody else black. So, and we got TS black guys too, though. But my point to you is that that it's just the whole
Kasaki.
Kasaki was like blacks against the Spanish. And it wasn't even like that. It just in jail it becomes that.
Yeah.
People in jail, for some reason, it just becomes blacks and the Spanish, blacks against the Muslim against the Spanish, or the Muslims against the guard bodies, the Muslim against the Bloods, like that. So there was just one of the occasions where it was like a guy came from another jail. He had stabbed somebody else that I knew, and I just got to know this guy. But he's from the Bronx, straight up guy, cool guy. Amazing stand-up guy. And he tells me, yo, these guys over there was part of the that they did to me in another jail. They tried to cut me and this, that. And I was like, well, you want to feel like you got something you want to get off your chest? He said, yeah, I want to cut that back. And I was like, all right, so you cut him. So he went back, boom, he cut the guy. And then the guy was just not a regular guy in jail either. He was like one of the main guys, strong. And they was all from Brooklyn, and they turned it into a Brooklyn. They turned into a black thing,
right?
And it wasn't even like that, And we was so. This is real exclusive, bro. I went and I told everybody that was in my unit, everybody that was black that I know, like my guard bodies that I know. Okay, Sean, yo, lock in, stay in your cell. Yo, Muhammad, stay in your cell. Why you telling me to stay in my cell, Pistol? Stay in your cell. I said, all right, boom. So I told all my black friends, stay in the cell. We went out to the yard. Boom. The guys ran down on the guy that cut the other black kid. Right. They all ran down on him, almost killed him, an inch away from his heart, took him to the hospital. Ooh. Now the whole jail was closed. Yeah. Now they opened the jail again, and I go back out there, and I say, okay, on this date, this is what we're going to do. This day, we're going to go out there, we're going to put the Puerto Rican flag in the middle of the flag, and we're going to stab everybody that's black. And I did that. I went out there and we did that. We put the flag and I stabbed everybody. And the guy that was the main guy that was getting away, he was handcuffed, shackled. They was escorting him out. Yeah. And I ran down, chased the police down, backed them down, and cut him in front of the police.
Wow.
And they took me to the cells. It took me to the showers and
put the beats on
you.
And
smacked me so hard because I had the razor in my mouth. I got away with it. And the police was looking at me from the tower. And they turned me around. I was like, yeah, it's time to spit it. And I was like, there, and the fuck, he started his mouth. He got in his mouth.
All right, we're going to start from the top with this story he's telling about this riot in jail. All right. The first part I want to address is, why would you go tell your black friends y'all lock in, then go out on the yard and plant a flag and stab everybody that's black? That's the part I'm calling cap on. I don't believe you stabbed everybody that's black. You said you stabbed everybody. That's one of the caps. The second cap is, you said you stabbed the dude, you ran a dude down who police was escorting out, and he was shackled and cuffed, and you chased him down and cut him in front of police, but you got away with it. I'm not buying that one either. Both of those I'm calling cap on, but we're going to get to the racist part first. And you're going to see why dudes be calling certain dudes Germans. Now, I know what it's like to have Puerto Rican brothers, right? Anybody from River Park Towers will tell you, me and Puerto Rican Davey was joined at the hip. Me and this nigga started robbing cabs together at 15 years old. Me and this one little Puerto Rican nigga all over New York City robbing cabs together. That was my brother, right? I got brothers from the hood. Duso and Marty Sko from the hill. Somebody like Fat Daddy. Before G.I. and Ed and Green Eye Joey and all them niggas, if you knew how tight I was with them niggas, imagine me being in the jail with one of them niggas. Or a few of them. No, he had a few black people there with it that was supposed to be his brothers, right? Imagine me being in a joint with one of them and something pop off. And instead of me going to one of them, like, yo, this what happened, woo, 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 these niggas trying to make it a racial thing, this, that, the third, you know it ain't that, it's about this, and I'm trying to get my man, go speak Spanish to them niggas. It'd have been taken care of. If you a shot caller in a joint, you feel what I'm saying? Some people got to go with the flow. It's a race riot, a race war, something popping off, but then some people are the flow. You talk as if you are the flow. Like you have some type of political cloud of power in the joint. How did it turn into a black and Puerto Rican thing if it was never a black and Puerto Rican thing and you got so many black comrades around you that's your brothers? I don't understand that part. I don't understand that part. I'm not moving like that with my Puerto Rican brothers in the jail with me. I go out there and stab everybody that's Puerto Rican. I could end up stabbing one of them niggas' brothers, father, cousin, any fucking body. Come on, man. They gonna wanna know why I didn't politic with them before I made it a race war against Puerto Ricans. Come on, man. Why I didn't holler at them first? Why would I tell them go lock in the cell? That's stupid. That's bozo for one. That means you had intentions. That means we talk about your intentions. We talk about how you really feel about niggas. That's all that is. How you really feel about niggas just came out. That's all. A lot of motherfuckers hang with people when it's beneficial to them. You know? But the niggas that you call your friends and your brothers, I'm looking at them like they some suckers. How you gonna run with a nigga say he went and stuck a Puerto Rican flag in the ground and said we stabbing everybody that's black? Everybody ain't do nothing to you. Anybody that's down with doing something to everybody that's black, man, it could be up, bro. I don't really care, bro. I don't really care. I pray every day like I'm ready to meet my Lord, bro. So I don't care. I hope you feel the same way you play with me. You understand? But that's some straight racist shit right there, bro. I don't care what you say. That's a German. Now, we're going to get to these lies, bro. And after we get to these lies, I'm going to tell everybody what the real Pistol Pete told you in MDC. Yeah. Oh, I ain't tell y'all about that part, right? He said him and Pistol had a conversation in MDC. Pistol's a nice guy, but Pistol told you something. You never told nobody what he said. I'm going to let that be known today. Now, the dude said in the riot, they stabbed everybody. I want to know what jail all the black people got stabbed in. I want to know what jail they planted the Puerto Rican flag in the ground in and all the black people got stabbed. Now I usually be tripping on Brooklyn and coming at Brooklyn, but this time shit is Brooklyn stand up. Where y'all niggas at? Harlem, Brooklyn. What jail that happened in where all the black niggas got stabbed? Everybody. Nigga said everybody, man. That nigga said everybody, man. He said everybody. I want to know where that happened at. Now the other part. You run down a nigga who's with police, shackled. You cut him in front of police, and then you got away with it. In jail. And you didn't get caught. You didn't get caught until you turned around and spit it out and a nigga from the tower scene. But the police that you cut him in front of, they didn't see you. I see why these niggas hang out together, bro. I see why these niggas hang out together. I would like to just be a fly on the wall with him and Fat Joe in the room. Just telling tall tales, bro. That shit probably sounds fucking incredible. Yeah, so I jumped out the spaceship and I'm looking at this guy like, why are you eating a cheeseburger on the moon? Where'd you get that cheeseburger from on the moon? So I was the first Puerto Rican guy to get to, man, come, y'all niggas is wild, bro. Y'all niggas is wild, bro. But back to MDC. You want to tell everybody what Pistol Pete said to you in MDC? And you met Pete in that federal jail downtown, he told you, change your fucking name. I tell you like Tupac said, you can tell them niggas you roll with whatever you want, but you and I know what's going on. This is why I come up here and I clown and shit like that, man, because that's what niggas is to me in real life, bro. Clowns, bro. Like everybody got their war stories, their gangster stories and all that, but we know it's levels to this shit. You feel what I'm saying? And like, niggas' whole team be around them, bro. My whole team got L's. So the people know who was playing for real. The people know who was playing for real. I got a second chance at life, bro, when I got 13 years, and I decided to start moving different. I looked at it as a blessing. You feel what I'm saying? But like I said, my comrades, bro, them niggas got years in the 50s and the 100s and all that, man. So you let niggas tell you whatever story they want to tell you. The people know what's going on. See, when you guys travel outside of the tri-state and other parts of the country, y'all click and y'all cool with a lot of black guys. And these black guys in different regions around the country, they don't know what a German is. But this guy just explained. See, when things go left in the jail, his solution is to let's stab all the blacks. You can't recover from that with me. Anytime your solution is to do harm to all the black people, that was your solution for a conflict, you can't recover from that to me. And at the end of the day, it's like, how dare you? What make your nuts so big when you so little nigga? You so little. When I mean you, it's 3.2 million people on the island of Puerto Rico, 5.8 in the country. That's a total of 9 million Puerto Ricans on the face of this earth. Texas and Florida alone is over 8. Throw Georgia in there, that's over 12. We ain't even get to the Carolinas, Virginia, Tennessee, them crazy ass Memphis niggas, Missouri, them crazy ass St. Louis niggas, Illinois, them crazy ass Chicago niggas, New Orleans, them crazy ass Louisiana, New Orleans, and Baton Rouge niggas. Are you kidding me, bro? Niggas will wipe you off the fucking earth. Don't play, little nigga. Like, how dare that be your solution? Yeah, we're gonna plant a Puerto Rican flag and stab all the blacks. You said you orchestrated that. See, it's different if you walk into a prison. Any one of us could end up in a situation, right? But that's already the climate. That's already the temperature. You walk into racial tension. You got to get in where you fit in, right? You got to ride with your side or they're going to mess around and ride on you. I get that part. He said, no, he called that shot. His solution was, this little bit of shit happened. We're going to plant a Puerto Rican flag and go stab all the blacks. See, that's why I got an issue with Fat Joe saying nigga. Yeah, anybody who run with people whose solution is to stab all the niggas when there's conflict, you can't be saying nigga around me. That's a fight. I mean, because you're free to do what you want to do. And whatever gonna happen is gonna be a chain of events. You say nigga, you gonna get socked in your shit. Whatever happens after that is what happened. Whatever happened after that is what happened, brother. But that's why I had a problem with Math Hoffa not standing up for black people when this fucking German sat there and said that shit. He acting like he don't know what's what. He don't know nothing, right? He from Brooklyn. These niggas say they stabbed up all the black people, the Brooklyn niggas. Right.